Today we are talking about a story that has shocked many little people, big world fans. It is about love, heartbreak, and a surprising twist. According to these reports, Amy Roloff and Chris Marek have officially divorced. Even more surprising, there are claims that Chris has already moved on and married a secret girlfriend. Here is the full story explained in a simple way. For years, Amy Roloff has been one of the most loved figures on Little People, Big World. Since the show began in 2006 on TLC, viewers watched her raise 4 children, manage life on Roloff farms, and handle the ups and downs of marriage. Her divorce from Matt Roloff in 2016, after nearly 30 years together, was very emotional for fans. When Amy later found love with Chris Marek, it felt like a new beginning. They met in 2016 at a pool party. At the time, Amy was not actively looking for a relationship. She was healing from her divorce and trying to rediscover herself. Chris, a real estate agent who loved motorcycles and lived a quieter life, brought something new into her world. Their first date was a motorcycle ride, something Amy later described as exciting and freeing. Chris seemed different from Matt. He was calm, supportive, and not focused on fame or business ambitions. Fans appreciated how he fit into Amy's life and even built a friendly relationship with Matt. By 2019, their relationship was strong. Chris proposed on September 19, 2019, just after Amy's birthday. He gave her a heart-shaped diamond ring, something she had always wanted. She said yes, and fans celebrated with her. After delays caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, Amy and Chris were married on August 28, 2021, at Roloff Farms. It was a beautiful ceremony with friends and family present. Amy spoke publicly about how special the day was and how she believed their marriage would last a lifetime. For the next few years, they appeared happy. They moved into a new home away from the farm, giving Amy a fresh start. Chris supported Amy's projects, including her cooking brand and charity efforts. On social media, Amy shared photos of date nights, motorcycle rides, and family time with grandchildren. Everything seemed stable. However, behind the scenes, there were signs of tension. Marriage always requires adjustment, especially when blending 2 different lifestyles. Amy had lived much of her life in the public eye. Chris, on the other hand, was more private and not used to constant attention from cameras and fans. There were small moments on the show that hinted at differences. Wedding planning brought stress. They sometimes disagreed about future plans. At the time, these moments seemed normal. But looking back, some believe they showed deeper differences. Another challenge was Roloff Farms. Even after Amy sold her share of the property to Matt, the farm remained emotionally important to her. Chris sometimes appeared uncomfortable being in a space so connected to Amy's past marriage. In one episode, he admitted feeling like an outsider. Chris also developed a surprisingly friendly relationship with Matt. While this might seem positive, it reportedly caused discomfort for Amy at times. In one episode, a producer joked about Chris gossiping with Matt. Amy did not seem completely comfortable with that dynamic. By 2023, fans noticed that Chris appeared less often on Amy's social media. They were seen together less frequently on the show. Some people speculated that they had separated briefly in 2020, but that was never confirmed. Sources later claimed that by mid-2023, Amy and Chris were spending more time apart. Amy focused on her grandchildren and charity work. Chris was busy with real estate and traveling more often. The emotional distance reportedly grew. In early 2025, according to insiders, Amy discovered text messages on Chris's phone suggesting he had formed a close emotional bond with another woman. At first, she hoped it was a misunderstanding. Having already experienced divorce once, she did not want to face another failed marriage. But the messages continued. In March 2025, Amy confronted Chris. The discussion was said to be emotional and intense. Chris reportedly admitted he had grown close to a colleague from his real estate office. Amy felt deeply hurt and betrayed. By April 2025, Amy filed for divorce. The separation happened quietly at first. Neither Amy nor Chris made an immediate public statement. But fans began noticing changes. Amy posted reflective and emotional messages on social media, speaking about strength, self-worth, and new beginnings. Eventually, news of the divorce became public. Many fans were shocked. After everything Amy had gone through with her first marriage, people hoped this relationship would last. Then came an even more surprising claim. Reports began circulating that Chris had not only moved on quickly, but had secretly married the woman he had grown close to. According to these rumors, the relationship developed quietly while he was still married, though no official confirmation has been provided. If true, this revelation would explain why the divorce felt sudden to fans. It would also deepen the sense of betrayal many believe Amy experienced. Amy has reportedly chosen to focus on healing. Close friends say she is leaning on family, faith, and her grandchildren for strength. She has faced public heartbreak before and built a life for herself again. Many believe she will do so once more. Chris has remained mostly silent publicly. If he has remarried, he has kept the details private. Without official statements, much of what is circulating remains speculation. For fans of Little People, Big World, this situation feels like another emotional chapter in a long-running family story. Viewers have watched Amy grow, struggle, and rebuild before. Seeing her face another divorce is painful for many who admire her resilience. At the heart of this story is a reminder that relationships are complicated. Public appearances do not always show private struggles. Even couples who seem strong can face challenges behind closed doors. As this situation continues to unfold, many are waiting to hear directly from Amy or Chris. Until then, supporters are sending Amy messages of encouragement and hoping she finds peace again. This chapter may be heartbreaking, but Amy Roloff has shown strength many times before. And once again, she may find a way to turn pain into a new beginning. Amy's Instagram posts became more emotional. She shared quotes about resilience, strength, and moving forward. It was clear to many fans that something was wrong. Then in May 2025, the news became official. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek announced their divorce. The announcement was shared in a short joint statement on Amy's Instagram. It read, "With heavy hearts, Chris and I have decided to part ways. We remain grateful for the love and memories we shared and ask for privacy during this time." The message was simple but emotional. Fans were shocked. Many could not believe that a couple who seemed so steady had separated. Online discussions exploded. The Little People, Big World community began sharing theories. Some people blamed the pressure of reality television. Others questioned Chris's close friendship with Matt. A few fans wondered if there was another woman involved. The divorce was finalized quietly. There were no public details about money or property. Amy, who built her income through years on TLC and her business ventures, likely kept her own assets. Chris continued with his real estate career. Sources described the divorce process as calm but emotionally difficult for Amy. During this time, Amy leaned on her family. Zach and Tori supported her. On their podcast, Raising Heights, Zach mentioned that things had been rocky for his mom, but said she was the strongest person he knew. Tori shared that Amy was focusing on her grandchildren to help heal. Amy also focused on her work. She shared more content for her cooking brand, Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. She planned charity events through the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation. But in one emotional moment during the final season of Little People, Big World in early 2025, Amy admitted through tears, "I thought this was forever. I really did." Fans flooded her social media with kind messages. Many expressed sadness and support. While Amy was trying to move forward, new rumors about Chris began to spread. Only months after the divorce, reports claimed that Chris had not only started dating someone new but had already married her. The woman was described as a colleague from his real estate firm. For privacy reasons, many online refer to her as Lauren, though her full identity was never officially confirmed. According to reports, she was in her early 50s and had worked with Chris for years. They often collaborated on real estate deals in the Portland area. What began as a professional partnership reportedly grew into a personal relationship by late 2024. Insiders claimed Chris and this woman bonded over their shared interest in real estate and a quieter lifestyle. Unlike Amy's very public world, this relationship was said to be more private. They were seen together at industry events, and by June 2025, just weeks after the divorce was finalized, they reportedly married in a small ceremony in Oregon. The wedding was described as simple and private. No television cameras, no public coverage. Just close friends and family. A source said it was intimate and heartfelt. When fans heard about the reported marriage, reactions were intense. Many felt the timeline was too close to the divorce. Some accused Kris of emotional betrayal. Others argued that relationships sometimes end naturally and that people move on in their own time. On social media, comments were divided. Some supported Amy strongly. Others said Kris had the right to start over. The debate continued for weeks. Amy has not directly spoken about Kris's new marriage. Instead, she has shared photos with her grandchildren and messages about gratitude. In one post, she wrote, "These are the moments that matter most." It reflected her usual focus on family and positivity. Many still question how quickly Kris moved forward. Was the relationship developing before the marriage ended, or did it grow afterward? Without public confirmation, the full truth remains unclear. As for Amy, she continues to show resilience. Throughout her life, she has faced major challenges. Her divorce from Matt, the passing of her mother in 2019, years of raising a family in the public eye. This divorce is another difficult chapter, but she appears determined to keep going. She continues her charity work supporting foster youth and individuals with disabilities. She spends time with her 7 grandchildren, often calling them the light of her life. In a recent episode, she said, "Life doesn't always go the way you plan, but you find a way to keep going." Fans continue to send her support. Many describe her as strong and inspiring. Meanwhile, Kris and his new wife have stayed out of public attention. Reports suggest they may move to a quieter area in Oregon to live privately. With Little People, Big World ending in 2025 after nearly 2 decades, attention has shifted to the next generation. Zach and Tori are raising their 3 children. Jeremy and Audrey are growing their family. Jacob and Isabel are focused on their young son. Amy, now in her early 60s, is no longer at the center of TLC's spotlight, but her personal journey still matters to fans. There have also been rumors about whether Amy influenced Kris's career decisions. Some asked if she made him step away from real estate or from filming. There is no confirmed evidence of that. Kris built his own career and made his own choices. In previews and interviews, Amy has also spoken about how visiting Matt and Karen in Arizona is not always easy. Seeing her ex-husband move forward with his life can bring complicated emotions. Still, she tries to remain respectful and focused on family. Amy has also addressed challenges with public attention. Over the years, she has spoken about fans approaching her unexpectedly. While she appreciates support, constant interruptions can sometimes be overwhelming. Other members of the Roloff family have shared similar experiences. Little People, Big World first premiered in 2006 and became one of TLC's longest-running programs. Over nearly 20 years, viewers watched major life changes. Marriages, divorces, children growing up, and new beginnings. Amy Roloff has been a central part of that story. Even though her marriage to Kris has ended, her life continues. She remains a mother, grandmother, businesswoman, and advocate. This situation is a reminder that public figures experience private pain. Relationships can end even when they once seemed strong. What remains clear is Amy's determination to move forward. Her story is not defined by one marriage or one divorce. It is defined by how she continues to stand up, rebuild, and focus on what matters most to her: faith, family, and making a difference. After the shock of her divorce, Amy Roloff has continued to focus on her family and personal growth. Despite the heartbreak, she's embraced a life that balances her role as a grandmother, a businesswoman, and a public figure. Fans have noticed how she prioritizes joy and resilience, often sharing glimpses of her daily life on social media. From family dinners to farm visits, Amy is showing that even after major life changes, happiness is still possible. Her grandchildren play a central role in helping her heal. Amy often shares moments with them online, from teaching them how to bake in her little kitchen to celebrating birthdays and holidays. Each of these moments reinforces a simple but powerful truth: family is at the heart of her life. Her Instagram captions often reflect her gratitude, emphasizing the importance of love and connection over material success or public attention. Even though Chris Marek's new marriage has sparked curiosity and debate among fans, Amy appears to have found peace. Close friends say she rarely comments on Chris publicly and prefers to redirect her energy toward her own life and projects. In interviews, she has expressed that this chapter, while difficult, has helped her discover new aspects of herself. She has spoken candidly about the lessons she's learned from heartbreak, particularly the importance of self-respect, boundaries, and trust. Work has also been a major focus for Amy. She continues to grow her brand and charitable endeavors. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen has expanded its audience, with fans eager to try her recipes and watch her cooking videos. Meanwhile, the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation continues to make an impact, supporting foster youth and people with disabilities across the country. These projects provide her with a sense of purpose and fulfillment beyond her personal life. Amy's fans have rallied around her during this time. Social media has been flooded with supportive messages, reminding her that she's admired not only for her accomplishments, but also for her perseverance. Many have commented on her courage, noting that she remains positive even when faced with public scrutiny and personal betrayal. Some fans have even described her as a role model for handling adversity with grace. While Amy has embraced her new life, the broader Roloff family dynamics continue to evolve. Matt Roloff, her ex-husband, remains focused on his relationship with Karen Chandler and their new baby. Jeremy and Audrey continue expanding their family, and Zach and Tori are raising their 3 children, now in school. Jacob and Isabel have become full-time parents to their young son. The Roloffs, as a whole, are entering a new era where the next generation takes center stage, and Amy has gracefully stepped back from the spotlight. Even with these shifts, Amy still has a presence in the little people, big world community. Fans often comment on her wisdom and experience, especially compared to younger family members navigating relationships, parenting, and careers. She has embraced the role of mentor and advisor, sharing guidance when needed but never imposing her opinions. Her approach emphasizes empathy and understanding, a reflection of the personal growth she has achieved through years of both joy and hardship. Amy has also had to navigate the challenges of public life in a different way than before. Reality TV has always exposed private moments to public scrutiny, and now she experiences life events, like her divorce and family transitions, under the watchful eye of fans. She has acknowledged that this can be overwhelming, but she has learned to manage boundaries and focus on what truly matters. Her strategy is simple: prioritize family, stay engaged in meaningful work, and protect her peace. The end of her marriage has also offered her an opportunity to reflect on past relationships. Amy has often said that every relationship, whether successful or not, teaches something important. She has spoken about understanding the difference between love and compatibility, learning how to communicate effectively, and recognizing when it's time to let go. These lessons are part of her current outlook on life, and she shares them with fans through interviews, podcasts, and social media posts. Although Chris Marek's new chapter with Lauren has caused curiosity and even controversy, Amy's response has been measured and mature. Instead of publicly criticizing or engaging in drama, she is focused on her own growth. This has earned her widespread respect among fans, who see her as a figure of stability and wisdom amid the chaos of reality TV fame. Amy's story is also a reminder of the broader theme of resilience in the Roloff family. Over nearly 20 years, the family has faced divorces, health challenges, and complicated family dynamics. Yet they have continually adapted and grown. Amy, in particular, has embodied this resilience. From her marriage and divorce from Matt, through her second marriage and divorce, to the challenges of raising a family in the public eye, she has consistently demonstrated the ability to rise above adversity. Looking ahead, Amy seems focused on maintaining a balanced and fulfilling life. Her priorities include her grandchildren, her charity work, and enjoying her personal interests. While she may not be in the center of TLC storylines anymore, she remains a beloved member of the Roloff family and a central figure in the hearts of fans. Her influence continues through her recipes, charitable projects, and the guidance she provides to younger family members. Amy's story also resonates because it reflects experiences familiar to many viewers: the challenges of blended families, navigating divorce, and learning to move forward after heartbreak. Her ability to remain positive and focused on what she can control inspires viewers to do the same. In many ways, her journey illustrates that life does not end after a major loss. Instead, it can open doors to new experiences, personal growth, and renewed